In the previous video, we have discussed about creation of table, creation of factor dimension table, date table. In the current video, we are going to discuss about creation of data model, connection between the connection in between the tables in Power Pivot, in this data model in diagram mode, and we are going to discuss a few other prospects in this video. Let's get started. So we can see here, I've opened this file, the new sales project or the existing file. And when I need initially before going into the Power Pivot mode, I need to create one more thing. Like I need to create total cost of goods sold. So I'm going back to Power Query. So it's been loading. So we have all these things. So I have to create a total cost of goods sold. So it's going to external connection. And here we already have total cost of goods sold. I need to create it. So how I'm going to create? I need to take a column. I need to add a new column. So I'll add a custom column, and the custom column will write it as total COGS. It means like cost of goods sold. What it is, it's an addition of freight cost as well as manufacturing cost. So we have and it is in the form of alphanumeric. Change it into decimal. So we got the total cost of goods sold, and this is necessary in performing of analysis. So we also got this. Now we are going to close and load it, and we are going to save it, close and load it, and the total data is available in while writing the measures. This is one of the important column is required in order to calculate the net cost of goods sold. So that's why I have added in the form of calculator column, and now the data is ready again. And now I'm going to go for data model. I have added all this data every time whenever any change is done. I am creating a connection and adding it to the data model. So I'm going for manage data model. So let's see what's there in data model. Here we can see the data model comprises of what's there in Power Query, what's there in Excel file. The similar thing is present in data model too. So rim dot product fact sales monthly, whatever things I am doing it, everything is been see here also you can see total cost of goods sold. Whatever thing I am doing, everything is being saved in the form of data model. And I have created a date table. So date table is present in the form of quarters. So now I'm going to create connections. How I'm going to create connections? Let's take a look. I'm going for home here. This is the Power Pivot, and the previous one is Power Query. I'm going for diagram view. So in the diagram view, you can see here the facts underscore sales monthly, the sales monthly table. These two are facts tables, and remaining all tables are dimension tables. Dimension. Now we are going to create a star schema. While I'm trying to add this, I'm trying to create a connection from date table to date table. So the relationship cannot be. So here you can see the relationship cannot be created because each column contains duplicate values. Select at least one column that contains only unique value. So the reason is we have many duplicate values and we cannot create relationship it seems. So I'm going to remove duplicates in one column. So there is again editing of data. For any editing of data, for any transformation of data, we are going to do it in Power Query because it is simple in doing for edition. It's like addition is like art ADD addition, ED edit. So I'm going to close it again. I'm saving it. I'm going to close it. And now I'm going back to the Excel file, Power Query. I'm going for queries and connections. And now I have to create I have to remove duplicates. So in which table I have to remove duplicate? If I remove duplicates in sales table, it cannot be done because sales table we have many in a day we have many customer codes. So if we remove duplicates in a day we get only one customer code and remaining all sales will be lost. So it is not practically correct thing to to remove duplicates in sales table. So I'm going to remove duplicates from dim.date. So in a date table, as we have created separately, the reason for creation is for easier analysis, as I have said here. So you could understand why we have created this. So I'm going to do is I'll remove duplicates from this file, from in this table. So I'm going to click this column, and I'm going to remove duplicates. For some from 7,99,962 rows, all duplicates have been removed, and finally we got around 36 rows and 3 columns. So also after removal of duplication, the file size will be reduced because we have done we have removed it. Now I'm going to close and load it. Now let's see dim.date is being loading the dimension table, as it is it comprises of less number of rows, so 36 rows is been loaded fast. Now I'm going to again go for a pivot table. Here you can see there is a power pivot, and these are the measures, and I'm going for power pivot, and I'm going to manage. So manage table data model. As you can see here, all we have see. So in the previous table we have dim dot table, have many columns, but now we have only 36 rows and 3 columns. And now we're going for home and diagram view. So now I'm going to create a relation between date and dim date. So a relation has been created. Here you can see one to many. So there is an arrow. This one table, this one date is been connected into many. A star resemble star means many. Here one. So similarly, I need to connect in between different tables. Whatever it is possible, we need to create relationships between tables. So sales table, we are not going to create any relations. Remove it aside. And I'm going to create relationships between customer table, market table, because we need, if we want to know the total sales of a market. So in any market, we need to have a relationship between. So here we have customer dot code and the customer underscore code. So I'm going to again join these two. Correct. We got again a one-to-many relationship. And again, if there is any same thing, this is called primary key as well as foreign key concept. So there is one key which should be unique in both the tables. So that key is used in order to make relationship and get data. And again, what is the common thing in all this? So again, facts underscore sales monthly. This table we are not going. The practical purpose of this table is only for the purpose of total cost of goods sold. In fact, there is no necessity of loading this table too. But and even this table, there is no necessity in loading. Our main concept is the relationship between customer, market, and sale and product. So if we can make a relationship between product table, let's see. I am going to create a connection between these two. Yes, if we got a relationship between product table and the product table and sales table. Again, one-to-many relationships. If again we are going to say if there is any common, if there is common primary key, we can make connection between those two. So there is a common thing is market. So in this market, I'm going to communicate, and these two are going to communicate again one-to-many relationship. Anyway, you can see there are many one-to-many relationships, and now again. There is a date table and there is year quarter, and if there is any date anywhere, so if there is no date, there is no date, there is no date, there is no date, so this table communicates only with date. So again there is a date here, so I'm going to make a relationship between these two. Again there is a one-to-many relationship, and now if there is a market here, there is a market here. Let's see if we can make a communication between these two. So here we can see it's like a star. So So here you can see in between these two we have one, two, three, four. It resembles somewhat like a star. Like in between we are going to connect. So here we can see product code. This key is with the customer code, and this one the if we have any product relationship, so okay we are going to connect these two. We cannot relationship with because a relationship already exists. Okay, so there is relationship. What's the relationship? See, there is already a relationship exists between. Now we are trying to make a relationship again. It will simply say that there is a relation which exists between these two. So there is a relation, and whether we can make any relationships, I am checking it. So if necessary, we can. At present, I think this is sufficient. If necessary, in future, if we need to make any relationship, we can come back to this data model and make relationships. For performance of analysis, whenever our values are not getting correct, it means that there are chances that there are n number of chances, like the chances like the product code in facts table, in fact underscore sales monthly table, one of the column, the column data type might be wrong, or in any other column, the relationship between these two might be wrong. So there are different chances and different possibilities of going wrong all the point of time. So what we are going to do is unless we get the correct results, we are going to change every time. So that is the beauty of Excel. We can change it n number of times. So I'm going to close it right now. So I have created some relationships. I think at present this relationship is sufficient. I'm going for home. I'm going for data view. So we have all the tables and relationships between the tables have been communicated. And now this the relationship has also been done. And now our next step. What is our next step? We need to create measures. So we need to create a data model connection between tables. We need to write measures. So that we need to write all the measures, and these measures we'll be discuss what how to make reports these measures. We are also going to discuss in this video. What are the different measures? Like what is meant by measure, and why this measure is necessary. The main purpose of writing a measure. So measure where it is present in the measure. So this is the home table, draw the home tab, page layout, draw, review, view, help, acrobat, and this is the power pivot. We have done all these things. Now we are going to write a measure. So we are going for a data model, review, view, acrobat, and our power query part is done. And now our measure part. Right. Before writing measures, let's see what are the different measures which we need to be done. So this is done. What are the different measures? You can see here. The different measures are net sales, total cost of goods sold, and gross margin, margin percentage, top five better, all these reports. So the most important thing is net sales, total cost of goods sold. So we are going to write these two parts in the next video.